Well, g'day dads, welcome to Cooking with Cameron, coming on the Fathering channel. Time to open up, time to get in the kitchen. Let's do something different with some pork scotch fillet. Well, g'day dads, great for you to join us this week. I hope you're having fun in the kitchen. I hope you're not just in the kitchen on your own, getting the kids involved and getting the family involved, get some mates involved. It's always fun cooking in the kitchen. So tonight, at our local market, we've got a pork supplier there, straight from the farm, and I picked up this piece of scotch fillet. Now, scotch fillet, I could slice this up and fry it up, put it on the barbecue, and it'd make beautiful pork steaks. But I'm trying to work out what else we can do with it. And when I think of pork, I think of apples. Apple sauce, roast pork, always go together nicely. But then I was thinking about what could we do to make it a little bit more fancy, but still keeping it simple. Now, I was thinking of making a crust for it. So that's a wrapping around the outside and roasting it. And I thought, well, let's grate up some apples. So pork and apples. But I thought, what else goes there? What do we put on a crust? Something usually a bit crunchy. Now, straight away I think of nuts, and I love pistachio nuts. Problem with pistachio nuts is they cost a fortune. They're about 45 to 60 bucks a kilo, depending on where you're at. But the reality is, these remind me of Christmas. Growing up, we used to always we'd have a round Tupperware container, all different nuts in there, and I'd always be knocking off the pistachios. But I thought, I wonder if pistachios and apples go together. So I've tried some, as you can see, and they go really, really well. Now you can put in whatever nuts you like. So the reality is, I'm just going to grate up some apple, and then we're going to mix it with some crushed pistachios. So I'm just going to throw a handful in here. Because they're so expensive, I'm only using about 1/3 of a cup. They've got beautiful flavour, not as strong as walnuts. Okay, so just in the container, ground those up. Well, rightio dads, we've got our apples, and I'm not going to squeeze the juice out of there, because what we're going to do is actually wrap our pork. And in essence, we're roasting it, but we're also going to steam it. So, as I said, dads, this is a big experiment. I'm trying to work out what we're doing. Because what I want to do is completely seal this up. I'm happy now, because I'm also going to wrap it in alfoil when we finish. So now it's just a matter of coating it all. Got pistachios on. It's wrapped in 2 apples and about 1/3 of a cup of pistachios. I'm just going to wash my hands, and then we're going to wrap this up. The whole purpose, dads, is that's going to steam as well as roast with the juice from the apple, so that's going to infuse into it. bit of the flavour out of the pistachio is going to come through. This is the end goal. Don't know if it's going to work, but I'm also, just to make sure it doesn't leak, we're going to wrap it in some foil as well. And there we have it. Now I'm just going to put that in the oven. We're looking for an internal temperature of about 75, 80 degrees. Okay, so I reckon at about 180 degrees in the oven, that's going to take about 45 minutes, getting closer to the hour. I'm going to throw it in the burner. We'll talk to you in a little while. Well, that's like all good experiments, they don't always go to plan. I'd taken it out of the fridge and I hadn't brought up to room temp. So by the time that went in the oven, it had to still do that. So after about 30 minutes, it was still only about 25 degrees. Raised the temperature, and we're now at an hour and a half. Center's just about 65, the outsides are all at 80. So I've let it rest there for about 10 minutes and just opened it up. And what we're going to do is, I've just got the fry pan getting really hot, and I'm just going to quickly just sear it. Just do that reverse sear, and hopefully that's just going to bring that crunch, bring out some caramelization to the outside edges. But I tell you what, dads, it smells pretty darn good. Well, dads, that part didn't work real well. The coating's falling off. Life goes on. By putting it on that burner like that, all I can smell is those all I can smell is the pistachios. Just going to pour that juice onto there. Turn that off. Not the prettiest dish, dads. But I tell you what, it smells pretty darn awesome. Now we've got some veggies roasting, we've got some cut some carrots and broccoli to boil up. I'm going to recover that, just let it sit here and rest for a few more minutes. Then we're going to slice it up, serve it up. So dads, over to you. Get into the kitchen, play around with some foods, try something different. You know, I just grabbed a couple of the pistachios and a little bit of the apple, and I ate it together, just to try see what the flavors did. It's not hard and it's loads of fun. Anyway, dads, till next time, keep being great dads. Dads, I've just eaten this and I've got to try another piece because this was just amazing. It doesn't look good, but I tell you what, the apple juice has just gone into there. It is so juicy, so tasty. You got to give it a crack. Some apples, pistachio nuts, big lump of pork. Throw it in the, wrap it, steam it. Amazing. Till next time, dads, keep being great dads.